Hi, welcome back to my channel, and today we are going to discuss about practical problems part 3 in respect of CMA final group 4 paper 18. Okay, so the first problem is Micro Apparels in Chennai, Tamil Nadu avails fashion designing services of rupees 50 lakhs from Prabhu Designs in Singapore. The first question is it supply? Second one, if so, who is liable to pay GST? The answer to first question is yes, it is supply because it is for consideration of rupees 50 lakhs. And who is liable to pay GST? Messrs. Micro Apparels has to pay IGST because it is a import of service. So they have to pay IGST. Second one, import of some services by an Indian branch from their parent company in the course or furtherance of business without consideration. Is it taxable supply in India? Yes, it is taxable supply in India because as per Schedule 1 of CGST Act 2017, the services by an Indian branch from their parent company would be treated as a supply of service provided they are taken in the course or furtherance of business, and IGST will be applicable because it is import of service. Next one, Messrs Z Limited upgrades the computer system. The existing computers and laptops which do not support the upgraded version and they have donated it to a trust. It will be a taxable supply provided ITC has been availed by Z Limited. If they have availed the ITC on the computer which is donated to a trust, okay, so if they have availed the ITC, GST will be applicable. Moving on to next one, Messrs Sankar Private Limited, being a trader in clothes, permanently transfer 50% of its stock to a society free of cost. So in case of business, if anything is transferred free of cost or donated, it will be a supply provided ITC availed at the time of purchase of these clothes. Next one, Mr. Das purchased a car for personal use and after a year sold it to a car dealer for rupees 2 lakh. Will the transaction be a supply in terms of GST? The answer is no, because the supply is done by individual because it was purchased for personal use, and moreover as per section 17(5) the ITC is not available on personal purchase of car, so there is no question of supply and GST will not be available. Next one, Mr. Rahim purchased a car for business use and after 2 years transferred car for personal consumption to use at home. Will the transaction be a supply in terms of GST Act? Note, ITC not availed by Rahim. In this case, again, the answer is no, it is not a taxable supply because as per section 17(5), the ITC is not available on car whether purchased for business or purchased for personal use, and it is supplied by an individual, so no GST would be applicable in this case. Next one, Messrs M and Company, a sole proprietor, is in the business of selling furniture. Its owner took a set of furniture to furnish his house permanently. Will the transaction be a supply in terms of GST Act? Note, ITC on such furniture is not availed? The answer is no. The supply without consideration by an individual will not be treated as a taxable supply and hence no GST would be available, provided ITC on the said furniture is not availed. In case ITC has been availed on such furniture, then proportionate ITC need to be reversed. Next one, Messrs. T Limited is in the business of hotel. He purchased AC for business purpose and after 2 years, he transferred the AC to director without consideration. Will the transaction be a supply in terms of GST Act? Note AC machines on which ITC is availed. Since ITC is availed and hence it will be a taxable supply and GST would be applicable. This is as per again schedule 1 of CGST Act 2017. Ram has received a sum of rupees 5 lakhs from his employer on premature termination of his contract of employment. Ram needs your advice as to whether such receipts are liable to GST. The answer is no, because the sum of rupees 5 lakhs has been provided by his employer in relation with the employment. So it is exempted as per schedule 3 of CGST Act 2017. Next one, Mr. Raju, an employee, provides his service on contract basis to an associate company of Vikram Enterprises, the employer. The above activity is being carried out in lieu of specific monetary consideration. The first question, is it supply? If so, who is liable to pay GST? In case of employee and employer, no GST is applicable. However, in this case, the services are provided by Mr. Raju to an associate company of Vikram Enterprises and not to the Vikram Enterprises. Since the services are provided to an associate company of Vikram Enterprises, this will be treated as a taxable supply. And who is liable to pay? Messrs. Vikram Enterprises is supposed to pay GST on this supply, even though there is no specific monetary consideration. Salary paid to partners by the partnership firm is liable to pay GST. The answer is no, because it's only an appropriation of the profit. So GST will not be applicable. Now this is important one. Whether all the directors including managing director is an employee of the company. This is very important one. Now in case of managing director, the relation is not of master or servant or employee and employer, because he is not considered as a employee of the company. That is why GST will be applicable. And who is liable to pay? Company is liable to pay under reverse charge mechanism. Under reverse charge mechanism, normally the GST is applicable, the GST is paid by the supplier of goods or services, but under RCM, the receiver or the buyer of the goods or services is supposed to pay the GST. Since company is receiving services or availing services from managing director, that is why company is supposed to pay the GST under RCM and not the managing director. In case of full-time director, the relation of master and servant or employee and employer is existed, so no GST is applicable and nobody is liable to pay any GST. Executive director is also treated as a employee of the company or master and servant relation is exist. That is why no GST would be applicable and GST liability will be nil. Non-executive directors and independent director oblique nominee directors, again the relationship of master and servant is not applicable, or employee and employer is not applicable. That is why it will be treated as a taxable supply, and since company is availing their services, that is why company is supposed to pay the GST or discharge the GST liability under RCM, that is reverse charge mechanism. CMA Ram, a cost accountant, has a registered head office in Chennai. He has also obtained registration in the state of Andhra Pradesh. Okay, so Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh in respect of his branch office. So he is having head office in Tamil Nadu and branch office in Andhra Pradesh. CMA Ram shall be treated as distinct person in respect of registration in Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh, and transaction between head office and branch office will be treated as a supply and GST will be applicable even though it is without consideration, because the supply of goods or services between distinct person treated as a taxable supply, and accordingly GST will be applicable on this transaction. So in this case he has a registration in Chennai as a head office and also registration in Andhra Pradesh as a branch office. So it will be treated as a distinct person and GST would be applicable. Next one. Mr. C of Chennai makes taxable supply from Tamil Nadu exceeds rupees 20 lakhs, which is the limit. Therefore, Mr. C will be required to obtain registration in Tamil Nadu because he is giving supply from Tamil Nadu. Such person may have establishment in the state of Telangana where no taxable supplies are made, but only the establishment in Telangana helps in handling of materials like procuring and storing. Hence, establishment in Tamil Nadu and Telangana will be considered as a distinct person. Distinct person even when Telangana establishment is not registered. So this will be treated as a distinct person as per section 25(5) of CGST Act 2017. So in both the cases, even when the registration is taken or registration is not taken, both will be treated as a distinct person and supply would be treated as a taxable supply, and accordingly GST will have to be paid. Next one. Messrs C Limited has 3 branches A, B and Z in different states. A in Telangana has run out of stock and B from Andhra Pradesh transfer its excess stock. Is it supply of goods? GST will be levied? Yes, as we have understood that it will be all 3 branches A, B and Z in different states will be treated as a distinct person, and supply of or transfer of stock from B from Andhra Pradesh, it will be treated as a taxable supply and GST would be applicable. GST will be applicable. And gifts not exceeding rupees 50,000 in value in a financial year. This is important, in a financial year. By an employer to an employee will be non-taxable, and no GST is payable. Messrs Guidelines Academy Private Limited gives Diwali gift to each employee worth rupees 75,000. The limit is 50,000 in a financial year. Since an employee and employer are considered to be a related person, such goods as supply, because it is more than 50,000, and hence GST is applicable on entire, that is important, on entire value of rupees 75,000, and employer will not be allowed to take a deduction of 50,000 and pay GST. No, the entire 75,000 rupees would be taxable and GST is accordingly to be discharged. Thanks for watching. Please like and share this video and subscribe to my channel to stay updated about the practical problems about paper 18 CMA final group 4. Thank you.